What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Mevo Live. My name is Will Kirkpatrick, and I am a senior technical specialist here at Mevo. So it's really exciting to do these shows now with the giveaways. So if you're new to the show and you don't know about the giveaway, we do a giveaway every 2 weeks for a Mevo start, and we send it off to one of you chatters. Typically, we do all of the top chatters are on the wheel, and then one of you just gets to win a free start, and we're really excited to do that. So today is one of those days. If you have any questions, please put them in chat, and I'll be getting to them throughout the show. Let's see. So we are live right now on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We're thinking about some other platforms as well. So if you have any good ideas, or if you'd like to see us somewhere else, please let us know. Let's see. First, let's talk about the shows and the schedule. So we have shows Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, all three /Mevo Camera. We have a referral program that we like to talk about as well at the top of every show. And the referral program is when you refer someone to purchase a Mevo on Mevo.com, and you'll save them 5% and you'll earn 5% commission, which is really, really nice because, like I always say, a lot of people ask about this because they talk about their Mevo and because it's such a unique design. It's very small, very compact, and so a lot of people always have questions about, what it is, how it works, and it's, it just really stands out. So we wanted to give you that opportunity to make a little money from telling everybody about it, and hopefully spreading that Mevo love. So let me talk a little bit about my setup. Normally, we have 2 people on Thursday, but it's been a pretty busy week, and we've got everybody kind of working on a bunch of different things. So it's just me today, but typically on Thursdays we'll have 2 people. My current setup right now is the Mevo Start, which is connected to the internet via the Power over Ethernet adapter, and and it's connecting to my computer, and I'm using OBS to stream. And then for audio, I'm using this Bluebird microphone, which is always really great and sounds really fantastic. I have gone from the Blue Yeti Nano to the regular Yeti X to the blue baby bottle, and then finally to, or no, Bluebird, and then to the baby bottle. So I've kind of gone through the entire range of blue, and they all sound really, really good. So I'm really excited to have this nice one here. Let's see. So let me see if my chat is working here. We are using Restream to stream out to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And it looks like either there's no chat going on or the Restream chat is not functioning the way it should, which is always exciting. Let's see. Cool. So it is not working, which is fantastic. But it looks like we've got lots of chat going on, which is awesome. So I will jump around from destination to destination and try and get to all of these questions. Wow, lots coming in already. One thing I will say as I'm going through each one of the destinations is, we don't see as many users on Twitch as we do the other destinations like YouTube and Facebook, which makes some sense because Facebook is typically where a lot of our original viewers come from. They're all in the Mevo Facebook groups, which have been really fantastic, and we hear all the time how beneficial and helpful they are to everybody. Everybody's really, really knowledgeable there. So if you have any questions that are not answered on the show, or they're not answered in an article on help.mevo.com, and if you don't want to open up a ticket, or it's the weekend and we're just not open, then reach out to the Facebook group. There's some really, really helpful people there. But I love to see people on Twitch and YouTube just because the resolution is so much better. Facebook kind of crushes it down to 720, which is a little bit not ideal, but yeah. I love to see people on Twitch. I'm a big fan. Maybe we'll start getting some like really cool custom emojis and stuff like that going on Twitch. Okay. So, jumping into some Facebook questions. Ashley says, how does the multicam system work with Melon? So, I'm not sure if it does work with Melon. To be completely honest with you. I haven't had much experience with Melon, but to my knowledge, it is not something that multicam can use because multicam doesn't have a connection right now to the computer. So you could do like RTMP from multicam to an RTMP server on your computer, but that gets a little complicated. It's heavy on your network, and you can have some delays. So unfortunately, right now, there isn't a really good solution for multicam to Melon, but that's something I'd love to see in the future for sure. Let's see. Sundance, Chicago's Titus says, I want 3 of them. It's a good way to go. The more Mevos, the better. I try and use as many Mevos as I can, and you can do some really, really cool stuff with it. And another great thing about having multiple Mevos is it really makes your streams stand out. So if you're trying to gain those extra viewers streaming on a regular basis, then the multicam setup is really, really nice. Let's see. Do firmware updates happen automatically when you sign into the multicam app? They don't happen automatically. it will show a firmware update right under each camera. And so you have to do those typically before connecting, or I recommend doing them before connecting. But it'll show you if a firmware update is available. Gabriel says, does video quality differ from using Wi-Fi versus Ethernet cable connection? It doesn't. It doesn't. The quality doesn't differ, but typically, if you're using an Ethernet connection, you can have just a much better, more stable, and faster connection than on Wi-Fi. So it doesn't necessarily give you better quality, but it enables you to go higher in the quality session. Yeah, so I recommend Ethernet always. If it's possible to do Ethernet, you should do Ethernet. Angela says, how do you order a replacement piece? Used camera first time and bottom broken. So I would open up a ticket with us. Obviously, it depends on the Mevo that you have. If you purchase it used, oh no, you're just saying using it for the first time and it broke. Yeah, so it depends which camera you use, if it's a Mevo, Mevo Plus, or Mevo Start. But we can usually help you with that. So open up a ticket on help.mevo.com and we'll get you all set up. Steve says, with the Mevo, would I be able to get around the Facebook copyright bot? Yeah, unfortunately, no. Facebook does that kind of restriction on copyright music and copyright audio for all streams, whether they're from, the Mevo, your phone, the computer, doesn't matter to Facebook. They will cut it off, unfortunately. David says, no delay today. That's good. Yeah, that is always good. So today we have a little bit of a different setup. We're not using Skype. And the stream is originating at a different source. So glad to hear that it's doing good. Jonathan says, is there a roadmap to add a streaming log? I was live and not able to constantly follow the bitrate. It would be nice to see if there were issues. That would be really useful. I can understand. There isn't anything right now in the roadmap to add that, but that would be really cool. I like that a lot. One thing you could do, and this is obviously kind of overkill, but if you're using the multicam app, you could do a screen recording while having the streaming stats visible. And so that way you can kind of keep an eye on how it's fluctuating and see kind of like where the issues are. So that's what I would do for that for now, at least. Watching from Pennington, New Jersey. Awesome. Sunny day, 74. It's pretty close to that here. It's 73 here in Brooklyn. Pretty nice. I'm sure I will be regretting that statement in a little bit because I turned off my AC. But yeah, we'll see. Good to see you. Jonathan says, any reason why a live stream with record to device would not record to device if the live stream fails? If the live stream fails, then you could have an issue with like the corrupted video file. So then iOS or Android, whatever you're using, might not be able to save that file. So that would be the only reason that I can think of offhand, at least. All right, jumping over to Twitch questions. DJ Mike Marquez in the house. Always good to see you. So if you don't know DJ Mike Marquez, he is in a few of our Mevo ads, and he's a big user of Mevo. He has a really cool setup. He's DJing at all these different really cool locations, and the streams are a lot of fun to watch. So check him out if you haven't already. He's on Twitch. DJ says, hey guys, about to ratchet back up the machine for my outdoor sets with this Monday. Question, the Mevo mic app with multicam, can that be done? Yes, so multicam can use the Mevo mic app. It just needs to be set up first in the Mevo 2.0 app. So a lot of the audio settings, except for one, can be all set up in the Mevo 2.0 app. And then when you open up the multicam app, it'll keep those audio settings. So everything except for the audio from the device itself. Also, does the mic app need to be on the same phone? I was thinking of routing the mic app on another phone to the hotspot and control the Mevos with my main phone. So you don't want to have the Mevo mic app on the same phone as the multicam app or the Mevo 2.0 app. You want to have them on separate devices. So hopefully that answers those. All right, now jumping over to YouTube. This is great. I'm a big fan. Jose says, nice countdown. Yes, very very fall Halloween ready. How you doing? Heine, Jose, how you guys? Hello, hello. Jack says, hi, who's ready for the giveaway? Always ready for the giveaway. Jack says, is there a possible way to connect a Mevo Plus to OBS? I need it to be further than 15 feet, so wiring is not an option. Any ideas of how to do this? Yeah, I mean, you've got wireless webcam as a great option for Mevo Plus. You know, a lot of people love the NDI feature of the Mevo Start, but the wireless webcam application is incredibly good. So that would be your best solution. Obviously, you need pretty good Wi-Fi coverage to go like 15 feet or beyond, whatever you need to do. So make sure that you have a pretty solid Wi-Fi connection. But yeah, wireless webcam is the way to go. Charlie says, you used the countdown timer today, so you must not be using multicam. Very accurate. So I'm using the Mevo 2.0 app on my iPad Pro to control my Mevo. And which is really nice. And then that's connected to OBS using NDI. Leo says, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. I can't believe this week is already close to being over. It feels like it's been nonstop. Leo says, I am trying to RTMP to YouTube, but I can't get YouTube to open in Google Chrome. It's always open in the app, and the app won't allow mobile live stream. Yeah, I mean, if you can't open YouTube in Google Chrome, I'm not sure why Google Chrome because Google Chrome pops open the YouTube app. I got you. So it shouldn't do that. It should give you some kind of an option. You could also check that you're viewing the web page in desktop mode instead of mobile mode. And another option would be to use some kind of different browser. You know, if you have an Android phone, you could use Firefox. If you have an iOS phone, you could use Safari. But yeah, if you view the web page in desktop view, then you should be good to go on that. Let's see. Can you use multicam with OBS? So not really. I talked about it a little bit before. And you could do, that custom RTMP solution, but unfortunately it's just not ideal. We do have an article in our help section that goes in detail about that RTMP option from multicam to OBS. So if you do want to do that, and it is really important to do multicam to OBS for your setup or needs, then you could do that. But right now, it's not an ideal solution. Let's see. Heine says, is it true Logitech is a Swiss company? It is. It started in Switzerland, but it is a very global company. They have offices all over the place and people all over the place. So we're excited to be their Brooklyn headquarters. Let's see. Hey guys, is it possible to leave one scene without bouncing back to wide angle? Yes. So when your camera goes in and out like that, it has autopilot enabled. So if you disable autopilot, then it'll stay set up. Like I'll press it on real quick. I'll see if it jumps. But yeah, just tap the 3 dots and then the eye icon with the A in it and just tap autopilot and it'll disable it for you. Let's see. Getting nice and close there. All right. Carl says, will there be a multicam app that can handle more than 3 starts at a time? 6 of them. So it's definitely something that we're looking at. You know, one of the biggest challenges is making sure that everything is running really well and really smooth on all devices. All right, I've had enough of that. And the tricky part with adding more cameras is it's becoming more and more difficult for your phone or tablet that you're using. And so, you know, while the multicam app might run 6 cameras incredibly well on, you know, a new iPad Pro, it might not on, you know, an iPad Air or something like that that's 3 years old. So it's difficult to find that balance, but it's definitely something that we're looking at, and something that I would love for us to do is add the ability to do more than 3 starts at a time. Leo says Logitech has a PTZ camera. Any chance of incorporating that tech in the Mevo's future? So it does have a PTZ camera. We actually have one in the office. It's very, very cool. In terms of kind of setting up a PTZ camera with Mevo, you know, that would be kind of dramatically different hardware. It would be really cool to see for sure, but you know, you get into a very different kind of camera. There are different like tripod adapters that have PTZ control that you can screw a Mevo on. If you look through the Facebook group, there's actually somebody that has one, and I think they bought it for like $30 or something like that, and they control it with a little remote. So I would check that out if you're really looking for that PTZ function. But yeah, I mean, it would definitely be cool to see in a Mevo for sure. Jack says, can we use Logitech cameras in the multicam app? You can't, but that would be also very cool. I'd love to see that as well. Any updates on the graphic folders? They've been coming soon for a while now. Yeah. So we don't have really an update on that at this time. It's definitely something that we're playing around with and trying to kind of figure out what the best UI for that would be. You know, we want to make sure that it's natural and intuitive and makes a lot of sense. But yeah, we're looking into all sorts of graphic organization options. How we fish in Florida says, will you have any lens filters for outdoor filming? I'm not sure what you mean by lens filters. You could do just, you know, regular image adjustment settings where you can jump from all those presets. In terms of like physical lenses, we don't have any plan for physical lenses at this time, but you can definitely adjust the picture. You know, I typically do the black and white filter every now and again on the shows, so that is an option. Leo says, I stream a roundtable discussion involving 4 to 10 people on any given week. What microphones do you suggest? We have we have Mevo 2.7 and no mixer. Is there a good small, maybe portable mixer? You know, I use the M Audio mixer, and I know that we've had a bunch of people that use, I want to say it's Behringer, something like that. You know, Joseph would know probably a little bit better than I do. But I also have seen somebody recently using, it's a Jabra table microphone that's just kind of like a circular disc, and so it picks up the conference room extremely well, and you can connect it to your Mevo, and I think it has a USB connection, so you could use a USB A to USB C adapter to plug it directly into your Mevo. But I would check that out if you're looking for kind of a good conference room setup. Also, the Yeti microphones are really good, and they have the option to pick up circular sound. I don't know. Joseph will know the better accurate terminology for that, but those also work really well. Let's see. Matthew says, is there a good way to back up all of your graphic configurations on the multicam app into a zip or something like that? If you upgrade to a new tablet, keep having to recreate everything. So, unfortunately, no. The best kind of way to do that would be to use, a service like iCloud to sync your images across all of your devices. You could also use, other cloud services like Google Photos or Google Drive or something like that. And so that would be kind of the best way to do that right now. Let's see. ND filters, ND or polarizers. Interesting. Yeah, that's actually the first time I've heard a request for that, but it's definitely not something that you can do right now in the app, but it's a cool feature request. I like where you're going. All right, bouncing to another social network. Let's see. Let me translate this. Hello, I want to promote your equipment on my content of actions for fishing Brazil outdoors. Cool. We always love to see Mevos being used in all sorts of different kind of content. I highly request that you open up a ticket with us, and we can kind of point you to the right direction, and our marketing team can check that out. But yeah, fishing would be cool. Jonathan says, I'm also trying to keep score on Game Changer 2, so it's not able to watch 100% of the time. Yeah, I mean, it gets tricky if you're trying to keep track of your stream settings while you're doing a bunch of other stuff. If you're limited to one device, you could do multitasking to have both on screen to record. But yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I think it would be really cool to just have streaming logs available for everybody, just like in OBS or something like that. Let's see. With multicam, do all Mevo cameras have to be on the same internet connection, or is it possible to bring in other Mevo cams into streams from different connections or locations? So everything right now has to be on the same network. It can be on the same Wi-Fi or Ethernet network, whatever it is that you have, but unfortunately it all has to be local right now. Yeah, it would definitely be great to have the ability to pull in cameras from all over the place. Let's see. Ashley says, thank you for your answer. Just order the 3-cam system. Awesome. Welcome to the Mevo Club. You're going to love them. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'm happy to answer all of them. Steve Kurtz says, how do I get in on the giveaway? So, let's talk about the giveaway again, because I'm sure there were some people in the beginning that missed that. So every 2 weeks we do this giveaway where we put everybody that has talked and commented and asked questions in chat. You get automatically added to the list. Typically, if you're a new viewer, then you'll be added to the list for the next giveaway drawing. And yeah, we do it every 2 weeks, and you get a free Mevo start. So it's pretty sweet. For all you have to do is chat, ask questions, and participate, and then you get a chance to win a $400 camera. So that's pretty nice, or $399 to be exact. All right. Kathy says, since Mevo Multicam app does not allow you to have PDF slides show, can you post a full JPEG photos one by one? I have tried this and it takes me out and I have to restart the live and we lose people every time we do that. Is it time for me or can you do this in the multicam? So, to do first, obviously you want to set them up beforehand. So if you're trying to set up multiple slides or multiple images, I should say, in the multicam app, every time you transfer a photo, it will take you out of the app if you're using iOS. Because when you transfer a photo to iOS, for some reason, and I don't know why it does this, but it pops open the Photos app. And unfortunately, that will move you away from the multicam app and that will disconnect the stream. However, if you have all of that set up ahead of time, then you will not have that issue. So just connect ahead of time, send your video or photos ahead of time, and then load them up in the app. And then when you change, it shouldn't do that disconnect. Jonathan says, any waterproof case for Mevo start there out on the market? So there aren't any waterproof cases that I'm aware of specifically for the Mevo, but you could certainly do it, using one of those DSLR kind of plastic clear bags. So that's a good option. Let's see. Cool. Fun fact. Let's see. Steve Kurt says, I have been interested in the Mevo since it was first unveiled. I broadcast billiard streams weekly and have been wanting to upgrade what I've been doing with the iPhone only. So yeah, the Mevo allows you to do a lot of really cool things. The multicam app, if you want to get 3 Mevos, that lets you do even more really cool things. But yeah, it just lets you up that production value from the phone to something a little bit more advanced. Has anyone developed a headgear or hat or helmet attached to the Mevo camera? I own a classic convertible that would be great for filming while I was driving. I haven't seen somebody use a hat mount for the Mevo, but I've definitely seen a lot of people use those windshield mounts. If you Joe Mevo does, he's got like one of those car mounts that goes right against the window, and he just is able to stream that way, and it's actually really cool. Let's see. Jank says, is the giveaway today? I lost track. Yeah, it is today. We are doing it today. DJ Mike Marquez says, love you guys. Hope all is well there. Sending love to the whole crew. Oh, thank you. It's good to see you. Let's see. That mic, though, is it straight USB or is it on a sound card? So this mic runs over XLR, not USB. So it makes it sound extremely good. And I wish that we had Joseph here and he could tell you exactly why and like what kind of is what about the mic makes it sound so good. But it's a great mic. That's definitely true. Laser Les says, what would the simplest way to have a non-copyright music playing for if breaks and if you have graphics up but the music will play? It depends if you're using the Mevo 2.0 app or the multicam app. I would definitely I mean, I guess both ways are pretty similar, where you could have that music being played on a separate device. Typically, like I've done it in the past using a iPhone or an iPad and sending that audio to my Mevo Start over 3.5 millimeter TRS. Um, it depends on your setup. It depends what the equipment you have is. But I really like that way. You could also connect a computer directly to the Mevo Start and play the music from the computer. So lots of good options. Really depends on, what you're looking for. Let's see. Mike Marquez says, I would use another phone with music on it. Laser Les, yes. Conversation, love it. Good advice. Cool. All right, jumping over to YouTube. All right. Can there be like a Mevo cloud where you can upload all the presets, graphics, settings into the cloud, being able to jump from iPad to another? Yeah. I mean, I would love to see a Mevo cloud. I would love to see that where you can kind of store all your settings. Um, just like in OBS, we have in StreamYard, you can use kind of cloud to move all of your settings and scenes and all that stuff around. So I'd love to see that with Mevo as well. I think that would be really, really cool. Mevo Cloud for all the storage too. That would be great. Let's see. Prince says Instagram Live from Multicam. Yeah, that would be really cool. The problem with Instagram is that they lock down their live streaming, so you can't stream to Instagram with like a third-party setup. But that would be really cool. I would love that as well. Jack says, do you have any recommended Ethernet splitter in mind? My router does not have many devices connect to it. Only like 3. My router has 5 Ethernet spots, 1 to security, 1 to OBS. Yeah, we use a Netgear. All of us have the same Ethernet switch, and it's a really good one. It's Netgear. I'm not sure on the exact model number, but I can see if I can figure that out for you. But yeah, Netgear is really solid, and yeah, it's a Netgear 8-port PoE gigabit Ethernet switch, GS108 PEV3. So thankfully, or unfortunately maybe, they have a ridiculous naming setup. So hopefully you'll be able to find that. But yeah, Netgear are great. TP-Link, good. But yeah, you don't have to go too expensive on switches too, which is nice. Hi from the Bahamas. How many megs do I need for a clean stream? We always recommend people have 10 megabytes per second upload speed for the best quality. If you have more than that, that's great. You can do it with less, but you'll have to adjust the quality a little bit. Let's see. Any chance of a 10-second replay for sporting events? That would be really cool. I would love to see that. We have so many sports streamers that we really want to start doing some really cool integrations, and the Game Changer connection. A lot of people are using RTMP to Game Changer, and that's been really great for them. So yeah, a 10-second replay would be really great, and I would love to see that as well. Hopefully we can do that for you. All right. Lots of questions, lots going on. Awesome, there we go. I love everybody's helping each other out, even in chat, just like in the Facebook group. I love it. People like linking things to each other. There's a great example of a cool mount. The nice part about the Mevo Start is that it can mount on the standard tripod mount. And so that means you have lots and lots and lots of mounting options. You know, people ask us all the time about how to mount the Mevo to a wall, from the ceiling, in just all sorts of crazy ways. And the great thing is that you have so many options available to you on Amazon or B&H or Adorama or any of those places. What router do you recommend? You know, that's tricky. Like it depends, you know, number one, what you're doing. If you're doing multicam Mevo 2.0, you'll have different needs for each one. But I really like the Eero Pro 6 router that I have. I've really liked the Google Home mesh Wi-Fi routers. And so there are a bunch of really good ones, but I always recommend that people do go with a third-party router. You know, there's a lot of issues that people come into, or walls that they hit basically when they're using ISP provided modems or routers. I don't know why it is. I think it's mostly like a security reason that ISPs just have these really locked down and very frustrating to use routers and hubs. So if you can go third party, I definitely would. And if you're able to spend a little bit more, I do recommend mesh Wi-Fi systems over just having a single hub. And I try not to recommend people use the repeaters or extenders or whatever you want to call it. Brian says, do you have a better suggestion to mic a congregation other than onboard the Mevo Start mics? Yeah, I mean, for a congregation, you just need kind of general area sound. So again, you know, I'm kind of going to go back to the blue mics because they do work really well in so many different situations. You know, I would check out the Blue Yeti, the Yeti Nano, the Yeti X. All of those are really good solutions. And you can also have them, most of them have the 3.5 monitoring on it as well. So if you really wanted to go the 3.5 route, you could do that as well. Okay. Jumping back over to YouTube. What is the best brand of SD card for the Mevo? So I don't know if there's not a best brand, but I personally really like SanDisk. They have the SanDisk Extreme brand, which is really, really good. I think, you know, a lot of people get into issues and have issues with their recording and sometimes even lose the recording when they're using a no-name brand of SD card. You also want to typically go under 512 gigabytes. Any higher than that, and you might have some issues. So yeah, I would go with SanDisk. What cable do I need to run my Mevo Start from a mixing board? So it depends on the mixing board that you have. Typically, mixing boards have XLR out. So you could do XLR to 3.5 millimeter TRS cable. And that's just the easiest way to go. I would try and avoid using too many adapters. If you can get away with using no adapters and just use that single cable, that's the best way to do it. I'm using Unify all day, every day for my house. Unify is good. I haven't used one myself, but you know, there's lots of people that do. Fred says, sorry for joining late. Hello, everyone. Hey, Fred, how you doing? No problem. No problem. Jack giving him a hard time. You know, Fred won the free Mevo, so he's less exciting to be here. But no, it's great to see you, Fred. Thanks for joining us. All right. Cool. Oh no, looks like we got some more. So we're gonna do the giveaway really, really soon. It's gonna happen in a few minutes, so keep the questions coming in, and then we'll jump into that very exciting time. Okay. Can you use more than one camera? I have a 3-pack in a Zoom session when connecting on a Mac, or better to have 3 different Zoom devices. So, you can definitely use more than one camera for Zoom. There are a few ways to do it. So, if you had all of your Mevos connected to your computer via wired webcam mode, then you could just, switch the video source in Zoom and change them that way. And that's kind of the easiest, most direct way to do it. But you can also connect multiple cameras to your computer to OBS. And the easiest way to do that would be to do NDI to OBS and then use OBS's virtual camera to then send that output to Zoom. And then you can just switch between the Mevos in OBS. So that is the more complex way to do it. But that's the way that I would do it and the way that I think is best, smoothest at least. And we actually do have a help article that covers that exact thing. So check that out, help.mevo.com, search for OBS virtual camera. I know, because I wrote that article. All right. Jumping around. Will Mevo ever have a 360-degree camera? That would be really cool. I've had one 360-degree camera in my tech history, and it's a lot of fun. The problem is that it's like the quality is usually pretty under par, and B, you got to find a streaming destination that supports it. You can do it on Facebook and YouTube, but that's about it that I'm aware of. So it's a little bit of a limitation for it, but it's cool technology. Okay. Fred says, will I have audio sync problems if I use the Mevo Plus in webcam mode in OBS with NDI audio from the Mevo Start? Yeah, so if you have video from one camera and then audio from another camera in OBS, you have to add a delay somewhere, whether it's a delay in the video or a delay in the audio to like sync that up, because unfortunately you'll have kind of different speeds that the data will be transferred using the different connection methods. So yeah, it's going to be typically out of sync, but you can put that delay in OBS. Jose says, why are the Mevo Plus discontinued? The Mevo Pluses are discontinued because the Mevo Start is so great. That's why. The Mevo Start is basically an upgrade in almost every area from the Mevo Plus, and so we were really big fans of the Mevo Start. It's been working out really well. Lots of people are very happy. Leo says, is this video using Mevo Start? It is. I'm using a Mevo Start right now. So as you can see, it looks pretty great. Let's see. Would you ever consider promoting some of the Mevo live streams? We try and promote the Mevo live streams a fair amount. So if you see us, you check us out. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. Obviously, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. But yeah, we try and promote the Mevo live streams all over the place. Fred Depo says, where would you recommend selling a Mevo Plus with a boost? Selling a Mevo Plus with a boost? I don't know. I don't recommend it. Lots of people would probably want it though. Leo says, any plans for 4K capability? I would jump in a heartbeat. Yeah. I think that would be really, really cool. A lot of people want to check out a higher resolution start. the problem with 4K is that generally, there's a lot of issues. Whether first you have the connection, so you have to have obviously a much faster connection for 4K streaming than 1080p. The other issue is with 4K you run into it requires more storage for recording, and then streaming destinations obviously have to support 4K, and then even if they do, the amount of people that view streams in 4K it's actually extremely low. So there are no plans at the moment for 4K because there are those issues, but hopefully over time they become less and less of issues. Let's see. Leo says great quality. Yeah, 1080p is awesome. I'm a big fan. To get that really high quality is, you just add that extra lighting. If you've seen my setup before, when I'm doing the multicam streams, I show different angles of my setup, and I just have a massive amount of lighting there. So add more lighting to your streams and it will look so much better. All right. Picture-in-picture ETA. We don't have an ETA on that right now, but it's definitely on our coming soon list. So we are working on it, and hopefully it's sooner rather than later. I know lots of people are looking forward to that as well. Okay, let's jump into our regular stuff real quick. So talking about our schedule first, Tuesday is Ask Mevo Anything, and this show is all about, spending as much time answering your questions as possible. Obviously, we tend to do that now on all of our shows because there is just so much engagement, and that is fantastic. But Tuesdays are really geared more towards answering as many questions as possible. Thursday's show, we try and typically have a main topic for Thursday's show. And we kind of do a deep dive on something specific and do different demonstrations. Lately, obviously, we've had lots and lots of questions, and so we've focused on that more than anything else. But both the shows are worth checking out if you haven't seen both already. And we try and do some cool stuff each time. They are 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We have our fantastically famous referral program that we love talking about because we love hooking up our customers and our users, and it really is kind of the perfect storm of a program here. And so that's mevo.com/referral, and that's when you tell a friend or family member or just random person on the street to purchase a Mevo on mevo.com. You'll save them 5% and you'll earn 5% commission. You can also have a custom referral code. So if you have a sports team or house of worship name, or you're a streamer or influencer and you want to promote your brand, you can have a custom referral code that you send out. So it's pretty great, pretty exciting stuff. All right, it is time for the wheel. Before I jump into it, I do want to just mention again how this works. So we keep track of everybody that's been chatting and that asks questions and all that stuff from all three destinations, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And we get them compiled in this huge list that every 2 weeks we do a really cool spinning wheel to show off all of these awesome users. Go. A free Mevo. Okay. So it is time. Oh, just to clarify, because I think it cut out a second there. So yeah, so if you chat, you have a chance to win a free Mevo start. So let's do it. Let's do the wheel. Let's get into it. I know everybody's excited. Congratulations to Mark Townley. Awesome. You just won a free Mevo start. And be sure to reach out to us at help.mevo.com. We'll put up a ticket so that we can send that to you. But that's pretty exciting. I'm really excited that we have another winner. And don't forget, if you were not on the list, or not on the wheel, I should say, you will be next time if you did a chat today. And you also have a chance to add to the list next time. So every 2 weeks we do this. It's really, really nice to be able to give away Mevos, and yeah, congratulations. All right. Well, everybody, we're coming to the end of our show today. I really appreciate all of you staying, watching, chatting with me, and asking all these questions. I think it's really great, and I really think this is a really amazing community. And it's good to see repeat users, and yeah, I'll see all of you again, I think on Tuesday. I'll be back. If not, you'll be treated to one of the Joes, and they can kind of give you a rundown on their specialties and answer more questions. So get some really, really good questions memorized and ready to go. And I will see everyone on Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time.